a divine division without stumbling unless you're really prepared for it. That's such a tongue twister. Why did they do that to us? How
Divine
WePlay?
Division.
Divine Division. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Like Divine League or something. But we should start calling it the Divine League. But either way, yeah, a couple of bans coming out from both sides. Nothing completely unexpected right here. I think what it is expected. I mean, who favors Rubik over Tiny? That's pretty wild to me.
5 seconds.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. We've seen so much Tiny and Clockwork being prioritized, and now all of a sudden Rubik is the one being picked up instead. And in this draft, there was even a Darkseer in the pool, right? I would imagine these teams were thinking like maybe we can get Tiny Darkseer or Clock Darkseer, these kind of really strong early mid brawling heroes, but they're not going for it. They got their own meta going in this Divine Division, so let's see how that plays out. And HellRaisers going with a Warlock, big team fighter, good hero with Spectre, heal him up. Fatal Bonds can help Spectre dish out more damage as well with the Haunt. And then Cyberium instantly going with that Oracle pick. So Oracle can purge off Fatal Bonds, can also purge off the heal in the lane if the Oracle decides to lane into the Warlock. I think that would be a good choice, by the way. You put the Centaur and the Oracle together in one lane, and all of a sudden this Warlock's heal is just non-existent anymore, which is quite nice. But on top of that, Oracle is actually very good against Venomancer as well. The second spell stops all the magic damage from being dealt, and then you can also purge off the Gale, which is very key in the team fights.
Yeah, it used to be like a kind of even-ish matchup because of the the healing resist which the Venomancer used to supply, but now it's not a thing. Yeah,
right.
Oracle loves this matchup.
This is indeed something favorable for the Oracle, and with the Centaur Rubik, you got plenty of lane shoving capabilities, so the Oracle doesn't have to worry about that where he has to like push out lanes himself or something. So he can just constantly sit behind people and be prepared to cast spells, which is the most important. And HellRaisers are now going for a Dragon Knight here. So this DK can technically be a position 3 with the Venomancer at the 4. And then position 2 Dragon Knight also the possibility. And that's what HellRaisers want to do right now. They want to see the carry of Cyberium, if they carry, and the mid laner. Depending on what's the best matchup for the Dragon Knight, they're going to put that hero there, and then they're going to counterpick the other hero. So HellRaisers putting themselves in a pretty good spot here in the draft, at least.
Yeah, I find it interesting though, the DK. Like, you know, when you've got 5th pick overall, and HellRaisers, are they really going to want to pick an offlaner with their 5th pick, or are they more likely to go for a mid? I feel like they're most likely to go for a mid, but yeah, as you say, still nice to have the option open. You know, you could have like a really hard counter pick in the pods 3. Something like a Razor could be of interest for them. We'll see.
They're kind of lacking disables though. Dragon Knight, stun, and Warlock ulti are the only stuns they got at the moment on HellRaisers. I kind of like Invoker in these kind of games because the Oracle doesn't really do a whole lot against Invoker. EMP would be amazing. Late game Alacrity on the Spectre would be great. It can also kite up the Troll Warlord easily. That's what I would love to see from HellRaisers. Cyberium, though, they are going to be the ones who are going to pick the mid first. Maybe they themselves will go for the Invoker. Another option would be a mid laner that can actually beat the Dragon Knight. Because right now, this DK, if he goes offlane against Troll, he's going to feel very sad. And then if they also pick a mid laner that the DK can't lane against, HellRaisers are going to have a very sad Dragon Knight overall.
Yeah. All right, Cyberium, final pickup then. What is Zipland?
Good ban.
What is your mid laner?
Too. Timbersaw could be quite interesting here. To go with a DP. All right. Still okay. I think DK can lane up against DP, but it's going to be a lot of damage coming out from this Death Prophet. A lot of tanky heroes on HellRaisers are going to be hurt by that percentage-based spell. And Oracle DP is not... Ooh.
Wait, is this...
Ooh. That's a DK mid Venom offlane against support, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be. Yep, DK offlane, A support. Interesting.
I'm just holding my breath, just in case it's not what we think. King
it's A mid.
on the Veno.
It's Apparition middle.
Yeah, it is. If it was any region, it's gonna be CIS. Dendy's done this quite a few times. Now Kasani, I mean, this is Kasani, right? Like, he's the guy who debuted Doom mid, and made it a thing, which eventually spread to China as well. You know, they kind of mess around with it a bit. But this is going to be very interesting. The A in the middle lane versus the Death Prophet. I mean, it's such a value Ancient Apparition game. Oracle, Troll, Death Prophet, 3 heroes which do not like playing into Ancient Apparition in the slightest. And now they put him in the mid lane as well. I mean, the only factor here is that you're not going to be able to just blow up the Death Prophet with an AA blast and then with the jump from the side of HellRaisers, because of course that Oracle is in the game. So whilst, yes, you're not going to keep the Death Prophet alive, she's still going to be alive long enough to get off her exorcism and do a decent amount of damage to heroes. But again, yeah, it's not going to keep her alive, and that is the main thing.
Kind of interesting to pick the apparition. I still don't feel this hero scales that well, and I would have liked to have seen like a Pugna or something instead. Something that can kite up the Troll Warlord easier, because I think this Troll is still going to have a fine game here. They don't have the disables to lock him down. So if they don't have the disables to lock him down, he's just going to be able to farm up. It's still questionable for me. I wonder what the win rate of Apparition mid is. It can't be good. It really cannot be good.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, every time I've seen Denny play mid, it hasn't worked out too well for his team in the end, but... I mean,
he's been trying to make that work for like 10 years now. Or he first did it in TI1. It worked. Since then, not so much. And he's still, to this day, trying to make it work.
You gotta give him credit for that at least. But
when I play with Eddie on a team in Tigers, like he was asking for Apparition mid literally every other game.
It works, guys. I promise. Worth mentioning that we do have some standards this game. Cyberium Seed don't have Mastermind for them playing for them this game. So yeah, they've got Sam instead in the middle lane on the DP. And yeah, HellRaisers. Who's their usual carry player? Is Ego their usual carry player? No, it's usually Nyx. So I'm not sure if Ego is Nyx or if this is a stand-in as well. Not 100% on that. But if both teams are using a stand-in in core positions, then that's okay, right? A bit of balance.
Was he the reason why they were getting penalty because he wasn't there yet?
Maybe. Who knows? I do not have such information to give you, unfortunately, sir.
Happens sometimes in these tier 2 teams, you know. They like to sleep in. I've seen my fair share of those, especially playing in officials, and then I'm like messaging the opponent. I'm like, "Yo, where's your player at?" "Oh, we don't know." That's literally their response. And more like 90% of the time when they say we don't know, they're actually just sleeping it. I mean, that's why they're still tier 2, right? You gotta have more discipline than that. You gotta show up on time. You gotta be prepared. You gotta even practice beforehand so that you're well warmed up. Imagine if you're like in the NBA or like some professional league and the team doesn't know where you are and you're just sleeping in. You're getting cut the next day. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah. You got to be there, guys. Come on, you got to make sure you're turning up for your matches. That is rule number 1 of Dota. Meanwhile, little pleb and Pubba heading up to the top lane. I always have to resist calling this guy something else. You know, I see that name and yeah, hopefully that I don't get caught out in a team fight with that one. But Pubba is, I believe, his what his name is meant to be. Not the possible other variation you could have. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, got Sam on the center. And Sam on the Death Prophet as well, apparently. That's just... what? That's downright confusing.
Just 30 seconds now.
Alright, his real name is Zyka in the mid lane. Is this a... No, it's not... I don't know what's going on here. Alright, well, whatever. We got 2 Sams in the game. And, of course... Rubik.
It's a very slow level 1 here. Both teams just trying to trade up the bounty runes. Oracle doesn't want to walk down here. He definitely does not want to walk down here.
They're certainly not.
Just gonna get... It's gonna get slapped on up by the Troll Warlord a little bit. He's like, yeah. I like some of that. I'm just gonna casually TP back bottom. Help out the Spectre. 1 Tango and 1 Ring of Regen on the Spectre. We've been seeing a lot of that, right? On the Spectres, just buying the casual Ring of Regens. They like that extra base regen.
Yeah, I mean, she's not going to have the Oracle in her lane, so there's no chance of the heals from the Warlock being purged off, so she should be pretty happy with this bottom lane, I would imagine.
Exactly. I don't think this is the only person who's gonna get killed in this lane is most likely the Warlock if he goes a little bit out of position when Cyberium is already level 2 or level 3 in this bottom lane. I'm very interested to see what kind of skill build and item build Kasani is gonna go for.
Yeah, me too. The Ascension Apparition is, as mentioned, an unusual pick. I think usually in the mid lane you tend to go for obviously maxing Chilling Touch and then Ice Vortex to get the extra damage on the Chilling Touch as well.
Yep.
There's no one set up for the Cold Feet in mid, so it's kind of a wasted spell. Sometimes it's nice for the positioning side of things, but yeah, mostly I'm fairly sure it's going to be the Cold Feet. But he's getting dumpstered in CS right now.
Yeah, the positioning of the lane is really bad for Kasani at the moment, and obviously he doesn't have a nuke that he can manipulate the creep wave with. He can just slow down the Death Prophet with the Chilling Touch. DP should have the advantage here until Kasani is about level 4, maybe even level 5. Get that level 3 Chilling Touch to constantly bring this DP low health.
Ah, did go for the Cold Feet. Interesting.
Yeah, it's not bad. If Kasani, if the DP decides to go in with the Spear Siphon, you can just pop that Cold Feet. So the DP has two options: either run into you to break that Cold Feet, and you might get too close to the tower, or you gotta run away instantly, and then you're gonna get hit by the apparition like 3 or 4 times while you're running away.
Sure, it's a trade. Meanwhile, on the top lane, King are taking a bit of damage from Pubba and a little pleb. They've thrown a bit of damage towards Venom, forcing him to slither himself back a bit behind the safety of his Dragon Knight. Meanwhile, Rubik in the bottom lane just trading with Miposhka. Not very well, though. Unfortunately, Miposhka with those heals on himself is always going to win out in the end here. Just continues chasing him down right under the tower. Get down there, boy.
Rubik hates dealing with Warlock, man. It's so annoying.
It is.
Like, all you have to do as a Warlock is just follow the Rubik around and just, like, heal yourself, like you said. Like, Spectre has plenty of regen at the start of the lane. You don't have to use that on him.
Yeah, things going pretty good in the bottom lane. It's feeling pretty happy for the Radiant in bot, in top as well.
Dragon Knight has his first bracer. He doesn't have a whole lot of harass on him. He's got a healing salve ready. As soon as he's level 3, he'll skill up that Dragon Blood. He'll get 6 armor, and at that point, Troll's gonna be like, "What the hell, bro?
what do I do? What do I do?"
Good thing mid is going really well.
I was about to say, things are not improving for Kasani much in this mid lane. He's got himself a little bit, but yeah, despite the damage he's doing to this DP, he can't really out CS with the Crypt Swarm thing. I mean, maybe he can claim like a range creep with Chilling Touch, but when it comes to CSing, the Death Prophet's always going to have a bit of an advantage.
Indeed, indeed. Eagle's just happy to be also farm under his tower bottom. Not a whole lot of threat on him. They're gonna have a small opportunity soon, though, to go on this Warlock if that Rubik can get to
top lane. Sorry, as King R is actually going to be able to finish off Mr. Pub. Sorry, Pub finished off King R. The other way around. It is the Venomancer who has fallen in the top lane, and Cyberium Seed draw first blood. Meanwhile, Rubik down at bottom, dropping pretty low here. Spectre trying to finish the job, slithering away in, trying to chase down the Rubik. Rubik in some trouble. Dagger available in 1 second. Might be able to kill him. There you go. Dagger finds it.
He wants the kill. He didn't want to go back and hit those Fatal Bomb creeps for the kill. He wants that
Give
kill
it to the
himself.
Warlock. Hell no. Give me that money. Give me that gold. Yeah, things continuing to improve in the bottom lane for the Radiant. I mean, gotta say, side lanes, they're looking alright for the Radiant. I think Funnick's about to start pulling ahead in the top lane, but this mid is where the concern has to be. We'll see what Kasani... I mean, what does this AA actually do after this laning phase then? Because obviously this isn't going well. Can he rotate?
No. He's not. He's gonna rotate if someone is trying to dive or next to a tier 1. But for the most part, he's just gonna toss his ultimate to the top lane when the Dragon hits level 6, so he can get that ranged Dragon Tail off, and they're gonna be able to kill someone with it, or at least kick them out of the lane, and that's what's gonna matter. But for the most part, his goal is gonna be to just defend this mid tower nonstop, so the DP can't take it with exorcism. If he rotates, it's gonna be really bad.
Uh-oh, a bit of rune theft going on here from the Death Prophet. She's gone for the Radiant Bounty and is successful in getting it. Now looking to maybe turn it into a kill as well. No, I'm just going to head back. Meanwhile, the Cyberium Seed are able to grab themselves 2 bounties at the bottom, so there's going to be 3 bounties going for Cyberium.
It's alright for HellRaiser. I think they're okay with that. Apparition was able to get a little bit more XP. Gonna hit level 6 very soon, by the way. There's no heroes that can rotate, though, for this Apparition. and get a kill onto the DP. It would be a kill, actually, if there was like even any good stun on the side of HellRaiser.
Yeah, it's a bit awkward, isn't it? This draft is actually really, really light on stuns. It's kind of just DK, and that's about it.
It's kind of cancerous, though. The Venomancer Nova plus the Apparition ulti, or even the Fatal Bonds plus the Nova. That combo is quite insane. Because all of a sudden, you got this non-lethal spell that becomes lethal because of the Fatal Bonds or the Apparition ult.
I'm super lethal. Very nice. Kasani forced all the way back under the tower, just trying to deal with his catapult by pulling the creeps past. Nice and easy.
Big plays here from Kasani. And this catapult is just dead, right? Like, they can't do anything anymore. They're gonna have to leave this area. The Exorcism. Ooh,
Bottom
what?
lane, a kill onto Sam as they leave the Spectre and the Warlock alone, and they do punish accordingly. And now a TP into mid here. I mean, they're getting pretty aggressive with the Exorcism. Kasani maybe in some trouble, turns around, drops the ultimate. Sam getting low, as is Kasani, but Kasani will be okay. Miposhka trying to finish off Sam here, but she has got that invis rune. She's kind of sticking around, keeping a ghost in, but will die all the same. My goodness, the damage was there in the last few seconds of the Frostbite. DP does fall, and they get the Rubik as well. HellRaisers, what a fight from them.
Wow, they dove in way too deep. Apparition ult comes out. I think the Oracle didn't have the Fortune's end up to be able to purge off that Warlock heal from the DP.
After using it as the initiation onto Kasani there, it wasn't off cooldown, and they failed to take the tower. I mean, that was a desperation move from Cyberium here. They just really wanted that tower. Ready to pop the Exorcism for it and try and get themselves a kill in the process, but it all comes collapsing down upon them. And another win for the side of HellRaisers. 4-1 now on the scoreboard, and a slight gold advantage as well. Oh, and the deny from Miposhka. Just the extra middle finger in towards Sam. Mark II.
Feels bad, man. And they get the word Miposhka.
Oh my goodness.
Meanwhile, top, is Kasani going to toss an ulti here? No, he's just going to straight up TP in, so you get that easy ulti.
Little Pleb taking so much damage. There is no surviving this one, I'm afraid. Little Pleb's going to go down, and even looking for a Pubba here as well. Funnick hot on his heels. Dragon Tail available in just 3 seconds. Not much for the Moracle to really do here. Kasani's coming over, and the damage off this AA is going to be pretty ridiculous, and they should be able to finish the job here with a couple of right clicks.
Rip. DP does have a haster on top. She's going to be able to pick that up. Kasani knows that the DP is walking that way. It's like, nope. I'm going to go all the way around. Safe route. And with that, 2 kills, this DK and Venom are going to put a lot of pressure onto this top lane. Venom has to even go for a Gale this game.
Stampede for the bottom. They're looking for the Spectre right now. Little Pleb coming in and popping that ultimate immediately, but she haunts away. But meanwhile, she might be coming back into this one. They drop the Golem down, and that's going to be a death onto Samsung. Air Blast coming through as well. Little Pleb's going to get struck down by that one, and another kill for the side of HellRaisers. Cyberium Seed, they faceplant in the bottom lane and end up losing yet another engagement. But Poshka gets the double kill. What a Golem coming out. Samsung trying to make something happen here, but literally just pops the haste and runs himself away again. Nothing to be done out of this one. My god, what an absolute mess of a laning phase from Cyberium Seed. Every aggressive move they've tried to make so far has just been completely punished and then some.
Dude, that's the fastest position 5 Warlock level 6. I'm pretty sure. It's like 8 minutes in, he already had it. He was ready as soon as he jumped Spectre. Amazing plays there from Ego to dodge out that stun and come back in for the Spectral Dagger to help out that Warlock with the Bonds. Chaotic offering play. Like, that all started because of the kill they got on the Death Prophet middle, right? Because the Warlock got all the solo XP from that kill because of his Shadow Word ticking off and killing the DP. So he got solo XP, and that's got him to level 6 faster. Things are looking real bad for Cyberium. This troll just died back to back after having a completely free farm lane.
Telling you now, this will. What's he going for? Did he end up? We just bought some support items. I'm hoping he goes for the Midas. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of expensive though. Like, you're gonna be saving up a lot of gold to get to it. Maybe if the next chaotic offering also nets him a couple kills, he can go for it. But meanwhile, mid, they're gonna miss the play onto the Rubik, but I think he's still dead.
I don't know. Nope, Verify comes out, turning it around. Sam coming on in as well here. Kasani might be the one in trouble. They pop the Stampede to come on over, and they're making sure this kill goes their way. They might be getting a Dragon Knight as well. They're even going to pop up the Exorcism because they know they can turn this into a tower afterwards. So down goes the DK, down goes Kasani, and now they put the pressure onto the tier 1 at mid.
Catapults here too. This is gonna be a sure dead tower here. I don't think they're gonna be able to defend this at all.
No,
Unless King
not-
R goes in for the suicide plays with the Poison Nova.
Yeah, it's got to be tempting, but at the same time, it's also a super big risk. I mean, they have got the AA blast when AA is back though, so King R might want to consider this. Let's see. Yeah, gonna go tickle them a little bit. King R comes in, drops the Poison Nova. The DP outruns it though, so it's just gonna be Sam caught, and Sam is probably gonna get dropped here as they have so many slows. I just don't see how the Centaur gets out of this one as he's slowly but surely gonna get cut down, and Ego takes a kill.
Okay, DP running away instantly as soon as seeing that Apparition is like, nope. That ultimate is not gonna be the death of me once again. Mid tower is deniable though, 100 HP, so small victory for Cyberium. But overall, I think HellRaisers are quite happy with the pace of the game at the moment.
Are you actually going for the Midas himself here?
I like it. I think he needs to scale. He needs to scale. He doesn't have ways to really push out the lanes without using his Ice Blast, so this Midas is going to help him be able to farm a little bit more. And again, it's also going to allow him to give more space to the Dragon Knight and the Spectre too. They're going to have 2 Midases. Spectre also has a Midas with Power Treads. That's a fat Spectre. Holy smokes.
She's she's doing well for herself and making that money.
Hey, Chaotic Offering off cooldown. They want to really make a play right now. They're actually predicting that Cyberium are gonna smoke down to bottom, or at least try to attack this bottom tower. What's gonna end up happening is his mid tower is gonna fall to the creep. Rip.
See you later. Kind of curious that one happened, but nonetheless. Yeah, HellRaisers are kind of. Couldn't show. Yeah, I mean, HellRaisers are kind of just happy to chill out for a bit. You know, they just kind of want to play responsively. They've got their Midases. They know that every second that Cyberium Seed aren't trying to make plays on them, they are going to be pulling ahead pretty substantially. And Little Pleb is still a long way off this Battle Fury he's decided to go for. So they're feeling very relaxed on the side of HellRaisers. They've done great in this early game, and now they just want to capitalize upon that, hit some big timings, and then make some plays. But whilst they've got this double Midas, they recognize that they are a little bit weaker than the side of Cyberium Seed, probably.
Indeed. But it's so hard though, because you need to run into the Venomancer ulti, also the Fatal Bonds, Chaotic Offering. There's just too much teamfight on Cyberium, even without items. Like, even though they commit for this Midas, their spells are what's doing damage. The initial cast of all their spells will pretty much kill like maybe 2 or 3 heroes.
Yeah, it's scary. It's very scary. And the resulting damage afterwards is, well, I mean, you've already won the fight by that point. And just as really ringing it home how much HellRaisers aren't interested in fighting right now, Funix actually just popped his dragon form to farm up creeps. Looking for that blink dagger.
I want to say that the way Cyberium need to play this game is they got to get really farmed. So Troll is going for Battle Fury. That's going to help. Then they got to get like these BKBs. Maybe bait out one of the heroes. Bait some spells out from HellRaisers and buy back into a team fight and take it. Because there's like 4 really big ultimates, right?
Yeah.
On the side of HellRaisers. Bottom, they're actually going for an ultimate play. Nah, it's just gonna back on off.
AA Blast comes through and pinged out by the deep. Is like, I think they were maybe thinking about doing something there, boys. Good decision not to go. Yeah, the DK is going to hit his blink timing much before the Centaur, since Centaur did decide to go for the Hood, which I think is the right play. They definitely going to need this pipe this game. Yeah, DK is going to be the facilitator in this game. It's got that blink. Gonna jump mid as soon as this Ice Blast is off cooldown maybe. Or they can even go right now onto the Rubik. That's fine. Rubik is not expecting this blink at all. Nope. See you later, buddy. That's your blink reveal. And an easy kill onto the Rubik. They can maybe put some damage into this middle tower, but honestly, without the Dragon Fall, well, 20 seconds. Yeah, I imagine they'll probably try and take it. Warlock went for the Arcane boost this game too. Not the Midas. Feels bad, man. No triple Midas gaming. Pathetic. But no, I don't. That's okay. I'm fully on board with that. Just get more tempo for HellRaisers, you know, be able to Arcane boots up the Dragon Knight, the Apparition, keep on going. All right, let me hear it. What's Kasani's build this game then? He's got this Midas. What items is he going to move into? Dude, he has nothing queued up. Even he doesn't know what item he's building into yet. What the hell does this hero do?
I mean, I would like to see Force Staff. I would like to see more ways for him to stay alive or be able to enter the team fights.
And down goes Rubik in the exact same manner. You can't say you didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, I don't even know what that was all about, but they're trying to make a play bottom though.
Yeah, they pop a Stampede for it, throwing onto the Venom here. If they can get off the ultimate, they could be in some trouble. He's actually silenced up and does go down, but in the backline, so much damage coming on through. Pure taken on down. Sam, so much damage being thrown into him. Is trying to heal himself up with those vessels. Does end up surviving through it for the time being. Another Spirit Siphon being used onto a creep here and bottling up as well. Ego, he's hungry for it, but these bad ghosts, nah, not going to do nearly enough damage to put any threat onto the heights of HellRaisers. They take down 2 heroes in the bottom lane. They do lose their Venomancer, but a huge trade from them nonetheless.
Indeed, I think they're very happy with that. They were waiting, they were itching to use their ultimates, and finally they got an opportunity where Cyberium were the ones being the aggressors. Warlock quite happy. Oh, Centaur?
A-Blast, yeah. The A-Blast actually quite off the mark there, and Lil Pleb's gone on top of Kasani here. Oh my god, where did he go? Just disintegrated, and Funnick going the same way as well. Stolen Ice Blast coming on through. That is pretty damn tasty from the side of Cyberium. They get their revenge.
Yeah, that's a much needed kills for Cyberium. I think they were starting to lose a lot of confidence in this game. Every single play they have made up until now has been a failure, and finally they were able to get the position 2 and the 3 hero here. They might even go for more because they know the Spectre ult is on cooldown and so is the Warlock ultimate. But the Troll Warlord just finishes Battle Fury, so maybe he's like, yo boys, let's just chill. And he gets an Aquila. Woo! Nice. That's good, man.
Yeah.
Great item.
And 4 stuff queued up from AA. Shout out to Kasani, watching the cast. How's it going, man?
Yep, I like it. I like the 4 stuff. Keeps him alive in the fights. Can help his team out as well if need be. He can transition that item into a Pike, which can help him too.
Indeed.
He didn't go for the Chilling Touch attack range though. He went for the spell amplification.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
He wants to burst people.
Yeah, so, I mean, unlikely we'll be seeing the Axe this game then, since he hasn't picked that talent. It seems he's going in a different direction.
Yeah, I think he's going to go for some kind of, like, a Hex build, more disables, because they need that really badly in their lineup.
Oh, you know what? Atos would have been cool, actually, on the A.
Yeah, but they have an Oracle, though, so it wouldn't be as effective, because as soon as the Atos comes out, you're just going to purge the guy, because the Apparition has to use the Cold Feet right away on the same target.
Yeah, there's 2 spells wasted. Or spell an item.
Right.
What do you think of the HellRaisers logo, by the way? The angry eyebrows, as I call them. Oh, Rupik, not again! Not again! They've actually found him, but... Uh-oh. Funnick, he's been baited!
Oh, man. Got baited by his own teammate. That's what happened.
Yeah, Kasani's just walking away like, doop-doop-doo. I did nothing wrong. Nothing to do with me.
It's like, space, it's okay, man. It was all space for our Spectre, but Spectre was free farming the whole time. Ooh, is he gonna take it? No, he's not gonna take the Vambrace.
Oh, Vambrace plus that spell amp talent plus the 2 nulls would have actually been insane. Like, he's already at 22%.
Shawl is more...
Shawl is more spell amp, actually. You're right. Yeah. I didn't realize he had that.
He's got 16% spell amp. He can go Kaya. Actually, I could see him buying Kaya Yasha this game. For that movement speed, mobility, and you get that extra spell amp too.
I like it. I like where your brain's at. Let's see it.
16% spell amp on top of the shawl and his talent. 32% spell amp.
He's at 22%. It's stacks multiplicatively. Right, yeah. If you hover over his stats, it'll show it.
Oh, that's because of the nulls, though, right? The extra 6% from the nulls he's got right now.
Sure.
I mean, that's what it is. It's math, Nomad.
It's maths. As I said, my calculator's broken. So.
This is like 3 days in a row.
I thought you were saying something else. So it doesn't matter. Anyways, Funnick sees Sam, the 2 offlaners, eyes meeting in a dark forest together. Oh, and he steals his farm. Thought they were gonna have a romantic little foray together, but Funnick's having none of it. Takes his creep out from under him.
Now Pipe is completed on the center. That's gonna help them as well for Cyberium.
They're committing onto the Centaur here. Meanwhile, well, in comes the Rubik actually stealing the Stampede and running them away. Interesting. Oh, sorry, the Stampede from Sam. Yeah, it's some spells being thrown. I don't know where my mind's at, bro.
It's okay. Don't worry. I got you.
Cast.
You got spooked. You got spooked by the spell amp already. Don't worry. I got it. But it was a good Stampede. Though. It was really, really good play because he waited until the Haunt came out, and now the Haunt's are cooldown. Oh no!
Middle lane DP. They throw down everything onto Sam here. I mean, this is a huge commitment, and Pummetus comes over and heals him. What the hell is this?
That's it. They gotta find the Warlock though. This slow is so annoying. Full HP, just like that.
Huh.
My God.
Creative usage of all their ultimates in the middle lane.
Well, that's what happens when you don't use your Apparition ultimate to combine all your spells.
Yeah, I'm very curious about what the communication there was on the side of HellRaisers. Maybe go, and then Kasani just saying from the side, I can't yet. I'm on cooldown, guys. Oh.
Dude, that's such a big win for Cyberium. They got the Ven ult off, Warlock ult on cooldown too, Spectre Haunt is on cooldown. I feel they should be doing something at this point in the game. But maybe the Troll just feels too comfortable farming at the pace he is. Little does he know, the Spectre is actually more farmed than he is. Or actually, he just surpassed him, but you know. Next Midas.
Next Midas, whatever it takes.
They're about the same, but I don't like that for Cyberium at the moment.
No.
Like, they need to do a play. Here we go, finally. Smoke up.
Good. This is what we want. There's no Haunt, there's no Warlock ulti, there's no Poison Nova. Come on, let's have some blood. Kasani's going to be the target in the bottom lane. Still has no idea what he's buying this game, so he's sitting on 2.6k gold. Love that he's just been hitting creeps. It's just like, I don't know.
They find him. They scanned him.
Yeah, they just about pinged him on the scan here, but they seem to think someone has predicted this, moved into the trees and TP'd away. That is their assumption, I'm pretty sure. So they will be left with nothing. And yeah, Kasani knowing exactly what's going on, circles them out beautifully. And that's going to be the boots of travel finished from him. So a bit of movement speed and the ability to be anywhere and everywhere.
HellRaisers are so good at like dodging these engagements and playing defensively. I feel Miposhka and King are these guys. They're some of the most patient CIS players like I've known throughout time, and they love playing these heavy team fight lineups and baiting their opponents into their team fights.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's definitely their MO of HellRaisers. As they throw
it used to be
into
before Ramses joined Virtus.pro, he was playing with these guys, and that was literally their playstyle. And it was just so annoying to deal with. It was such a hard team to play against because Ramses was already a great carry player by that time. I'm very happy to see they have not changed since then.
Meanwhile, in goes Roshan, and the Aegis goes to Ego. So the Spectre really getting big now. Meanwhile, smoke comes out from the side of HellRaisers here, trying to deal with this pressure coming out onto their bottom tower. Is they going to be responsible? Their ultimates are up, so it is very risky for Cyberium to take this fight, and in they go, stun out onto the Troll Warlord, immensely trying to fight them. This time the Exorcism gets popped as well. Little Pleb with that ultimate on him. They're actually backing away, but in comes that Golem. They're still struggling to actually find the initiation. The Sans is out onto the Venomancer, getting off with that ultimate. He can't. No ulti coming out from the Venom, but he does have the buyback to try and get it off. But meanwhile, the DK is already going down here. Ego's being pinged out. They might well get the Centaur here, but he's still actually being kept alive. Finally finished off by Kasani. The first kill from the side of HellRaisers does get claimed. So many ultimates used by the side of HellRaisers and only one kill. This is a surprise and a concern.
Oh, that's very bad for HellRaisers because they missed the Apparition ulti and they still committed to the team fight. They had to just back off at that point. They can't just keep on going, right? It was actually onto a Troll Warlord. Oracle ult came out. Gotta chill out. Wait for him to go back in. Maybe wait 20 more seconds so the Apparition ult will be up again, and then you can burst people down. But yeah, Venomancer buyback. Next time he's dead, that's 90 seconds on his clock, or 80 seconds on his clock. Cyberium can get a lot done with that. This Oracle pick at the moment has been doing so much work. Yeah, I gotta say.
Yeah, been very, very good. Like the AA mid, it's not really had its impact.
Gold for me.
I don't think I've looked at Kasani once this game and he's had like under 1.5k gold. This is a man which either has no idea what to build, or is just very patient in building it. Honestly, like, I know it's weird, but I think the Ags actually works out this game. I mean, he for sure needs a Kaya before he goes for the Ags if he does do it. Meanwhile, Spectre, she's gonna get murdered in the middle lane. I mean, that's her age is gone, and Lil Pleb, he's got the 10 further stacks already stacked up, so Spectre's gonna struggle to get out of this one. They need to throw in the DK in the front here just to slow down the troll and allow Spectre to get herself away.
It's good that Alicia was able to get away from that. It could have been way worse. Warlock doesn't have that chaotic offering to be able to help out. The upheaval also making it hard for Cyberium to decide if they want to commit hard onto that Spectre or not. So now they back off. They got the BKB on the troll. This troll is feeling quite good at this point in the game. It's got all the key items. Satanic next is going to be nice too. That's going to make the apparition out less useful because it's going to last, what, like 5 seconds? Maybe less than that, yeah.
Oh, Kasani up at top. They're going to pop the Stampede to try and find him. Kasani goes for the 4-staff away, but unfortunately gets caught by the troll. And there's too much damage coming out from Little Pleb. And that's just going to be a dead AA in the top lane. Great little play there from the side of Cyberium.
And they're going to play aggressively now. Apparition ult is off cooldown. Oh, sorry, on cooldown. And he's dead. Even if he buybacks, won't be able to really do anything.
Also going to get killed off up in the top lane. That's going to be another clean kill from the side of Cyberium. They're really starting to move around this map properly and find themselves some really nice kills. Oh, Little Pleb just dealing with his tower, going berserk with the further stacks.
Towers.
Tower. So Spectre, she's going in for the Abyssal Blade this game.
So the Spectre needs to. It's important. She needs to ult in and find the Oracle in every fight. Because if they not find the Oracle, they're not going to be able to kill anybody on the side of HellRaisers. So Abyssal Blade is probably the most perfect item to be able to get rid of that Oracle without the Oracle ulting himself even.
Okay, but at the same time, oh, the Horn actually gets popped here, and the team is coming in. Ego finds himself that Oracle right now, but can't bring him down. Now Sam pop that BKB, pop the Exorcism to try and turn this one around. In comes the Golem, holding the 3 of them still, but HellRaisers are on the defensive. They are not looking to take this fight with the double BKBs coming out from Cyberium. They'll accept their cooldowns and return for a couple of BKBs, but now they're off. The fight changes momentum as now it's Cyberium trying to back themselves away. The Troll actually happens to pop the ultimate here, gets dragged into King R, who puts a Poison Nova, and Lil Plebins is certainly going down here. He will lose his life. And now, Cyberium, they're so slowed up. They're getting taken down one by one. Down goes Pubba, and it looks like Sam could be in trouble as well, going for the TP, but makes it away. It is going to be a clean escape from him at least, but still losing 3 heroes in the process. This is very, very painful for the side of Cyberium. That's their double BKB timing is getting popped there, and they lose the fight.
Oh, that was such a nice kiting by HellRaisers, especially with the Spectre initially going onto the Oracle, making it very uncomfortable for him. The Spectre also had a dust there, so Oracle had to get really far back. Then HellRaisers realized their spells are on cooldown, back off, baited Cyberium into them, and then the DK again jumping back in with his next Dragon Tail. Perfect execution there from HellRaisers.
Yeah, it was really an interesting fight as you just saw like the momentum of the fight. You know, when the ultimates were ready on the side of HellRaisers, they were chasing, they were looking. Meanwhile, in the middle lane, looking towards Sam here. Sontor could be in some trouble, being force-stuffed around all over the place. Meanwhile, Ego goes up to the Rupik, dodging out the stomp with the Manta as well. Just for the extra style points, they will be able to take down the Centaur, and Air Blast connecting onto 2 as well. Cyberium, what are you doing, guys? They drop the ball here, and Funnick even finding the stun out onto the Death Prophet. Anybody else coming forward for this one? King R is here, but they will let the Death Prophet get away. Daggerbit's thrown, but the DP already out. And nevertheless, this middle tier 2 tower looks like it is going to be under siege by the side of HellRaisers. Meanwhile, Kasani just pushing in the top lane. Jesus.
It's going to be another easy tier 2 tower. They also have both of the outposts already taken. So it's going to be a lot of XP going the way of HellRaisers here. They're very happy with the situation now. Spectre going to go back to base, fill up her mana, has Haunt ready. This ain't over. I think HellRaisers are going to keep on going after they get all these bounty runes.
Their XP is just spiking up and up and up over on the side of HellRaisers. They're just taking it all back. Meanwhile, farming up those tier 3 items as well. Funnick's going to find himself a repair kit. That HP regeneration feels very nice for a DK.
Octarine core now on the apparition.
Oh,
Get
finally
that
spent all his
lower
gold.
cooldown on the Ice Blast. I like it. I like this Octarine. The Ice
it's
Blast is
cute.
just so important in every engagement.
Mm-hmm.
So the Spectre with his Abyssal Blade, I don't think the Oracle is going to be able to live against this anymore.
No. Seems unlikely. By the way, they do have a quickening charm available on the side of HellRaisers. I imagine they should give that over to Kasani. Currently, it's on the Venomancer, the Plague Ward spam. Both good options.
I like it on the Spectre too. So you got that cooldown on the Hunt and Abyssal Blade.
Yeah, but if you move it over to your Spectre, then you're kind of wasting some of your tier 4 items, tier 3 items, I feel, because, you know, someone has to take the Mindbreaker, and DK wants a repair kit. Like, I feel like a lot of the time with neutral items, to me at least, I like to make sure you're making maximum use out of them. So if that means, you know, if it's technically better on somebody else, however, you would have a really crap item, or you'd be putting another item to waste, should you move it across, if you know what I mean, then it doesn't come as worth.
I always see carry players trying to keep both the Mindbreaker and the Quickening Charm. So they just pop the Haunt, they go into the fight, and then they'll swap out the item. Just because Haunt is such a long cooldown.
Yeah, it really is. 2 minutes. Well, little pleb got to come and try and defend this one, but they've got the lift up onto the DK, forcing them into a fight here, HellRaisers. They might not be willing to do this, and they do have the Force Staff away to get Funnick out, so he is going to be alright in the end. Saving Private Funnick. A line's being drawn on the map here. I think everyone's looking towards Roshan, as it will be up in 2 minutes.
They want to smoke or move towards their vision on the top area of the map, Cyberium, so they can maybe try to cut off HellRaisers from taking over the top area. And here we go. We see a Warlock, we see a Dragonite. Troll Warlord did spot those two heroes out there. They're going to make a Glimmer Cape play here.
DK, the one in trouble, he's getting taken down, but in comes a Golem once again. Ice Blast coming through as well, does land onto the death, probably means he's not going to be healing up anymore from this. Neither is the Centaur as he gets his life taken away. Sam on the run, along with the rest of Cyberium. They're trying to chase on the side of HellRaisers. Their chase, how good is it? Well, they're managing to get on top of the Rubik here. He is invisible, but not for much longer. So that Glimmer Cape runs out, and the Rubik will end up losing its life. But Little Play's actually coming in for this one. He manages to get the root off onto the Spectre. He needs a bit more damage. He's trying to get a couple of stacks of a further up before he goes to that ulti. Now, we'll pop it, looking for a target. They're kiting him quite nicely. Funnick might die here, but no, he's fine. And now they're turning around. Troll's in trouble. He's going to get taken down, and Sam's going the same way as well. It's a full 5-man wipe for the side of HellRaisers. And now they can look to take a pair of barracks whilst they're at it as well. Roshan also available. Everything is up for grabs for HellRaisers. Cyberium dropped the ball once again. It's a mixture of, you know, a lack of kind of understanding from Cyberium of when they go in. And, you know, they try to go in. One ultimate gets popped. They feel like they have an advantage, yet there's still a poison over to come. There's still an AA blast ready. I'm pretty sure there were 2 AA blasts in that fight. Thank you, Octarine Core. It's really hard to play into this.
Well, it all comes down to the Spectre with the Abyssal Blade at the end of the day. He just haunts in, goes on to the Oracle. Now you don't got that save anymore. Cyberium just trying to retreat.
Going so deep here. Stun comes out. They're trying to say the Rubik actually dropping down the false promise onto the Rubik of all people. They're trying to keep him alive here as he's still taking a bit of damage, but the heals are coming through from the Oracle. He should be okay. Still taking a decent amount though, and these illusions aren't leaving him alone. Please, guys, please kill the illusions. The Trolls actually buying back into this one. They really want to try and make a play here. They do have the Stampede should they want to try something. As the Troll runs forward for this one, he's really looking for a target right now. Who's he going to find? Maposhka's going to be his target. Meanwhile, on the backlines, it looks like the Veno does get left behind. Lil Pleb still trying to get on top of Maposhka. Maposhka running out of options here, already using that full stuff. Has a TP if he fancies trying it, but yeah, no. See you later, bud. Well, they'll take it. 2 small heroes lost on the retreat. Absolutely fine with this one. And HellRaisers, I'm not sure about this. Trying to go into Roshan immediately. They know this is going on. The Lil Pleb's courier has died, and there's 5 heroes making their way over, making a beeline for this Roshan immediately. Flyback comes in from the Venomancer. Look at how quickly it's going down. Oh my god, they might actually do this in time. Yeah, they're not going to make it. Ego's going to grab the Aegis and the cheese. Jesus, that was quick.
Butterfly Spectre.
Wait,
Lots of
wait,
damage.
Troll, what are you doing? He's in the front lines here. He doesn't have a buyback. He's just come into this one. If he dies here, it's game over. His team needs to come in and back him up as quickly as possible. Amelia Blade comes down onto DP. DP still okay for the time being. Meanwhile, Oracle still hanging in behind. Doesn't have the save though. 1 second, we'll have it. Meanwhile, Lil Pleb, he's actually popping the ultimate and the save in the same breath. Meanwhile, King R comes out the backlines, lands a beautiful Poison Nova onto just about everybody. Lil Pleb is just doing absolutely nothing. He's stuck on illusions the entire fight. And they're going to deal with the rest of his team now. Turn around and deal with this Troll. Troll is dead. Calls GG before he even hits the grave. And that is how you win a game of Dota, folks. HellRaisers take game number 1 in style. Their team fighting was completely outmatching the team fighting of Cyberium Seed, and they will tie up this game number 1 in a pretty little bow.